Hello and welcome to Dare to Think. I'm your host, Gene St. Croix. Now, last time we talked about acceptance and changes, and we talked about introduction to self. But today, or whenever you are going to listen to this, I will start tonight with a question. Is it important to know your part in life? Is it important to know your part in life? That's the question I want to start with. Now let me share a scenario with you. If I place you in a field, like a soccer field, or a football field, a baseball field, or a basketball court, it doesn't matter. Just imagine, I place you in a field. And I don't tell you which position or your part you have to play in that field. Now, would you be able to live, or would you be able to play efficiently? Would you be able to play efficiently if I place you in the field and I don't tell you which position, which part you have to play? I'm sure it wouldn't be so pleasurable. I'm sure that you would be frustrated. I'm sure that you will be frustrated and mad and confused. And I'm sure you'll be in the way of the other players as well. So it's life. We are placed in this field and we don't know which position we are here to play. That's why I think it's crucially important that we get to know what we are here to do. Because if we want to be efficient, we have to play first at being ourselves. And then we'll be able to help other people. Now, in a sport game, you may have a coach to tell you which position you have to play. But in life, your parents, they will try the best they can. Your school will try. But nobody can really tell you which position or positions, because you might be able to play many positions. Nobody will be able to tell you that. They can guide you, they can coach you, but they cannot tell you which position. It's up to you to find that position and play it well. Because life is so much more enjoyable when each of us are playing our parts well. If you are around me and I'm being me and you are being you, there's so much for us to connect, because the same part cannot connect. It has to be two different parts to connect. So, if you are being you and I'm being me, we can connect. It's fairly important that you find out what you are here to do. If you are playing a game, like I said earlier, if you don't know your position, You'll be confused. You'll be frustrated. And you'll be in the way of the other players. So I want to focus on self-realization and self-actualizations. Those two terms, they work together. And what it means is to realize yourself and use every opportunity, every circumstances, every situation in your interest. Let's say, for example, if you leave your house in the morning with a certain mood, you should be able to return home with that same mood. You should be able to maintain your mood. Don't let anything change it. Don't let the work change it. Don't let the situations in life change it. Don't let the kids change it. Don't let anything change it. Be able to maintain that mood. In every situation, every circumstances, use it to your benefit. When you realize yourself, it's like you always play your part in the field. You play your position. So you're not confused. You are not frustrated because you know exactly your position. And you play it to the best of your ability. So you don't stand in the way of the other players. You cannot live life efficiently if you're not playing your part. It's impossible. If you don't know your position, you cannot live efficiently. That's why it's important that you spend a little time with yourself. Invest a little time in yourself. And get to know yourself. If you want to play your part efficiently, you have to get to know the part you're supposed to play first. Now, I'm not saying you have to be selfish. I'm not saying that you got to spend all the time with yourself alone. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's crucially important that the time you spend at work, it will never be equivalent. Because at work, you spend most of your time at work. But at home, with your significant ones, you spend as much time as equivalent as possible. And always find a little bit of time for yourself. Now, would you agree if I say the more time you spend with the loved ones, the more time you spend with husband, wife, kids, it doesn't matter, friends, the more time you spend with someone, the more you get to love them, the more they get to love you. You would agree with that. It's equally the same. The more time you spend with yourself, the more you get to know yourself. The more you get to know yourself, the more you know what you have to do in this life. The more you know how to play your part in this life. And when you realize that, it makes you better, not only for yourself, but also for the people around you. Honestly, nothing can be accomplished without a network. You need people, you need support. That's why it's important that you make sure that your environment is pleasant, that you are pleasant yourself and your environment is pleasant, because nothing can be accomplished without a network. You are not alone on this planet, and everything on this planet has a network, a backup system somehow. So you don't want to be selfish, but you want to recognize yourself and make it better, because when yourself get better, your environment will eventually get better. So let's just take a minute and think about this and reflect on this. If you are in a field without any direction, without any guidance, if you don't know your part, you don't know how to play your part, you'll be confused, irritated. You'll be against, you'll be in the way of everybody else. But if you spend a little time with yourself, you get to know yourself, you get to love yourself, then you find out what you have to do in this life. With this name that you are carrying, you'll find out what you have to do. Now, let's just share some thoughts. Go in the comment section below and, and tell us how you understand life. And tell us, have you realized yourself yet? Are you in the way? Are you on your way? It was fun on Dare to Think. I'm your host, Gene St. Croix. We'll talk again.